You want to see a magic trick? Boom! Okay, dynamic weather and lighting is off. So, welcome to episode 12 of Let's Play City Skylines. And today, we are going to build a highway that's going to go around our downtown, kind of like that. We probably won't build it all the way today, but at least we're going to give it a good start. Okay, but before we do that, we do have some business to take care of. First of all, you see the sewage is getting close to being needed to be expanded, so we are going to just slap 2 more down. Our little peninsula is very close to not being sufficient anymore, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Also, look at all these trucks. Look at them go. But the other thing we have to do is we have to name some stuff because I have some new suggestions. Now, we have a name for the monorail, which I guess I will keep in reserve until we actually make one of these 2 monorails. What else do we have? We have a suggestion for Park Industrial Park, and this person's suggested it a few times, so I better do it. And I'm thinking, where else than the very first one we made? So here we go for Park Industrial Park. There we go. Isn't that wonderful? I like how it's indeed 100% industrial. And we have a mix of zoning, or a mix of levels, I should say. It's all one zone. And we also have a request for naming some areas. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to name 4 areas for this person, but I will name 4 streets for this person, and we'll name them up here. So, okay, they're all like Japanese, so I'm not going to be able to pronounce them correctly, but Harajuku. What's the next one? Shinjuku. Oops. I just messed up your name. Okay, we have Akihabara, or whatever that is, I don't know. And we'll make this one, the final one, Burrito. Okay, there we go. Congratulations. You now have a bunch of roads in this town named after whatever this is. Okay, so yeah, we have done all that, and one thing, this is just for me and anyone else who knows this guy, but on the date we recorded this, if you're a wrestling fan, we lost the great legend. So here we have Terry Funk Boulevard. Oh yes, definitely deserving of that. Now, we are going to be building our highway, but before we do that, we do have some residential demand to take care of. And yes, we will start building in the downtown very soon, but just one more time, we're going to be building outside the downtown exclusively. Once the downtown starts being built, we are going to build sort of both in and out of the downtown to keep things going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of that demand over here on this hill. So here we go with that. Alright, and there it is. It's a little bit of a, you could consider it an extension of this town, but you could also consider it something new, so why not give it a brand new thingy thing. Now we'll bump up the border to the stuff we just made. So yeah, this will all be a new town, and People here will have to walk a bit to use the train station, but walk they will. Don't underestimate these guys' ability to walk. Now, I actually wanted to make another small town, and I had a cheeky little spot to do it. When I was zooming it around the map, I thought, wouldn't it be fun just to put something small here at the intersection of these two roads? So let's do that real quick. Alright, and there we go. I like Vermont Heights. It's a cool name. And it's high up, so it's appropriate. Very fun. And I also realized these poor guys, despite being called Lafayette Park, did not get a park, and they're going to be sad. So let's give them a dog park. There we go. Very nice. And I see that our brand new traffic light with its 3 cycle is working as intended. So that's good. Let's just see. Yeah, it stays green long enough. I think that's good. I have this staying green longer than the other, but yep, we have cars coming across. Oh, we got a cheater. You're a cheater. So I think everything is going well here. All right. Well, now that we've taken care of all that, we're going to get down into the plan. And in order to do that, we are going to be doing some MS Paint. So here it goes. Alright, so here we are in MS Paint. Now, I want to take you through the various things we're going to do today. Step 1, we are not even going to start with the highways yet. I just want to make our main boulevards that go north and south through the city. Like that. So that's step 1. Now, step 2, I want to take this highway that's down here, and I want to build it along the water. I want to build some sort of double stack that goes north, and I want to build some form of interchange with this avenue right here. Now, it will probably go underground for a bit to not obscure the water, and then it will come out here. It will probably temporarily cut off onto this road here. So that's going to be stage 2. Now, stage 3, I want to make the road kind of go out like that, and I want to build some sort of crazy interchange here. So we'll do that. We'll call that step 3 because it's the 3rd step. And then what I want to do is where these guys come out here, I want to make some form of wacky interchange that, you know, connects them up to here, but also start some sort of thing that goes out that way. So all that is going to be step 4. And as for anything else, we're not going to stress too much about it. So I think like step 4 will go like that far, and that'll be as much as we get to today. But there is our plan. Now let's go and do it.
Derp, derpity derp 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 diddy derp 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 diddy derp 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 derpity derp 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 derp.
Well, you didn't see any of that, did you? I completed the 1st and 2nd stage of our little plan, and you didn't get to see any of it, because I am a derp. But anyway, I thought about loading up a previous save and doing it again on camera, but I actually think that it's alright. I can just show you what I did. And besides, like, I was really tired last night when I recorded it for some reason, and I probably shouldn't have done it at that time anyway, so whatever, here we go. As you can see, I built this highway all the way to the other side, and we have here a temporary road to connect it with the rest of the road system. And we have these 2 ramps here, and I left an area here for a kind of a waterfront park. So, yeah, that is something we are going to have in the future. And the reason I wanted these just to go the one way is I wanted people to not use this to get from one point of the downtown to the other. I only sort of wanted them to get into and out of downtown on this road. And as you can see here, I have a 3-level interchange with the bypass, which is also an exit for this road here, our Terry Funk Boulevard. Now, it has a complete range of motion in every direction, so no matter where you're going on any of these roads, you can get to any other direction on the others. And I can show you some of the features I had here, like the exit that only goes right, or over here. I'm kind of proud of this. Like, you can make a left and a right onto this exit to go further away from the water. And I could have just had it one lane, but now I have it into 2 different lanes so that they don't collide right here. They merge up here, so that's a lot smoother. And over here, I couldn't really do that because I have this branching off into 2 different directions. But yeah, I am very happy with the way this has gone. Now, a couple things to do before we get started on the next section. First of all, this is recorded right now, a day later than everything else, and I've got to say, it's been a sad time to be a wrestling fan, because I don't know if you noticed, but we lost our Bray Wyatt just today. So, and he's not like Terry Funk was like almost 80. I mean, it's still sad, but you know, he was old. Bray Wyatt was only about my age. So, that's really sad. We're going to give him a road here, and we're going to give this one to his longtime friend, oops, I can't type, Luke Harper. Now, I could use Brody Lee, but I figure since we're going with WWE names, we'll just call it Luke Harper. So, we've got the 2 of them together, immortalized by roads in my game. It's the best tribute I can do for them. But anyway, on to happier things. We do have some more demand, so I think that we will work on that. And in honor of, you know, the fact that we spent so much time over here lately, let's put them on these 3 towns. Like, let's give all 3 of these a little bit of a boost. So, here we go. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with our few expansions. This one's already filled in itself quite nicely. I have a nice park here too. It's very cool. Got a little area here by Clown Town for them to grow into. And a little bit around Garland Heights. So anyway, now that we've done all that, let's get back here. Now, if you remember our MS Paint, and how could you forget, it was over the whole segment of me building all this stuff. In the next part, we are going to build an interchange with this highway. and we're going to build it sweeping around until it gets close enough to this area here. So let's do that now. Alright, so as you can see, we have done a new bit, and we have our city's first ever 4-level interchange. It's quite exciting. And as you can see, a whole bunch of people are already using it. They're getting from this highway up to here, or they're going back this way, as these guys are. So that's an extremely understandable thing. At some point we'll have to make sure these lane configurations are right, but I like this. 6 lanes come from the boulevard, 1 goes back, 3 go on, and 2 go towards the exit. Now, what do you think of this absolute craziness that we made over here? My whole idea was I wanted to avoid any level crossings of the rail line. And in order to do that, we had to get pretty creative with our exits. Now, whether this will work or become overused or overcrowded or whatever, we will have to wait and see. There's really no way to tell yet. And over here we have a much more conventional exit for this road, which we've given an extra lane all the way from here all the way till here. So yeah, it's going to be a much more major way into the city from here on out. And there's still room for possibly something over here if the need arises. And next up is going to be our big deal over here. Alright, so I've actually been noticing that a lot of people are using this exit to come up and turn left here and cross over here. Now that might seem alright now, but I foresee great trouble in the future if that is allowed to continue, especially because of this rail line here. So I'm going to try something. And it's going to be short enough that I don't think I'm going to try to speed this up. I think I'm going to do this in real time. But what I'd like to do is from back here create an exit that goes down, slopes over here, and then goes like this. Not only that, but I want this to be only a right turn. And meanwhile, on the other side of things, I want traffic to be able to do that. And I want that to be only only accessible from this side. So that way, nobody is crossing the railroad track. Yes, and that's all I'm going to put for this. I mean, I could put something here, but I don't know. I think it's fine just like that. So, yeah, I think that's going to avoid any extraneous rail crossings from the highway of people going over here. Let's see, I don't think, yeah, it's going to take a while before anyone realizes it's there and can use it. Well, I have some commercial demand, and I have to think of somewhere to put it. So, like, what area could use some commercial development? And why not over here? I kind of feel like we can just expand some of these roads. I always like to do a little bit of this when I can. I could have this go over there or something, whatever. We'll have it stop there for now. But I think this is a good candidate for commercial expansion. Watch this. This is going to make everything die, won't it? Oh, yeah, you could say that. Man, have I told you how much I hate the power lines in this game? Man, there's a lot riding on this one little connection here. Oh, it's so annoying, but we'll survive somehow. All right. Just a little touch. Just a little touch of the stuff. Okay. Now, next up, we have to do what might be the most complicated interchange of our project today. Now, we have this highway, which is going to keep going in this direction. We have this road coming up here. We have the Golden Road coming in from the north. And we have, I've marked it here, our future highway. Yep, see that? Future highway corridor. So we have a future highway that's going to come up between these two rails. And oh yeah, we have 6 rails to contend with. So this is going to be mighty fun. So I say we start this right now. Okay, well, this is a insanity, but I'm pretty sure it does connect everything else to everything else. So, pretty happy with that. We have this road, our golden road, which mainly just connects down to here, but I put an extra ramp here just to be a little cheeky, I guess. We have this highway, which will eventually go off towards our secondary downtown, but for now, we'll just dead end here. Speaking of which, let's add some traffic lights here, just because, oops, that one was already there. But yes, now we have that, and I think I'm going to add some sort of tunnel or something, some sort of underpass here. Oh, and it would be a pretty obvious thing to do to add a little staircase here. Yes, a staircase. You can't see the stairs, but they're there, and that will help the people get to the city. Oh man, I think it is quite good. As wacky as it is, it gets people where they need to be. Now, as far as continuing this road further than where it currently is, I don't have any exact plans in mind. And that goes the same for this over here. That I think we will leave into what the demand is. So if there's a demand for a road to be built, some sort of like high-speed road to be built out in this area, we will consider that if and when the time comes. But for now, I think we are pretty happy. So all of that has caused our demand to shoot up. And I think we can do something about that, can't we? Alright, and I think we're pretty much done. So what better way to celebrate the end of this episode than to put down another crematorium and follow another hearse? Yes, I think that's a very cheerful thing for us to do, so let's do that now. Alright, well that was rather short, but sometimes you don't need more. And of course, I found out there's no water to it. But yes, this does give us a chance to see things at night. Admire it. Admire our interchange. It's gonna look a lot more cool once we have, actual high amounts of traffic. Hopefully not too high. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with all that we created today. And as you can see, it's all being used. Even this crazy boy. Being used pretty well. And this is only the skeleton. The skeleton on which the rest of the body will be constructed. Yeah, it's very exciting. Now, next time, we will finally, and I promise you this, finally start building in our downtown. We're going to lay out all of our streets, or at least almost all of them, and then we're going to slowly, bit by bit, build. Now, I plan to keep things about 50-50, building in our downtown and building elsewhere in our city, but I gradually want to make this downtown fully developed. And when I say fully developed, I don't mean every square inch is going to have a building on it, but every bit of it will either be high density or will be some form of preserved open space, parkland, whatever. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty intense, I think. It's going to be pretty hardcore. So, I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.